Magic Treehouse Book Number 4, Winter of the Ice Wizard, by Mary Pope Osborne. Chapter 4, Take My Sled. Jack sat on the frozen ground. Annie, Teddy, and Kathleen sat nearby. They were all too shocked to speak. The night was quiet. Overhead, the full moon shone brightly, and a few cold stars twinkled in the clear sky. Finally, Annie broke the silence. "I wonder what he did to Merlin and Morgan," she said. "I wonder where you will find his eye," said Teddy. "I wonder how we'll carry it around," said Jack. "And I wonder if the wolves are near," said Kathleen. She stood up and looked around, pulling her cloak tightly around her. "Well, does anyone remember the Ice Wizard's ring?" said Teddy. "Yes," said Kathleen. She repeated the rhyme perfectly by heart. "Take my sled and find your way to the house of the Norns in the curve of the bay. Pay them whatever they tell you to pay, and bring back my eye by break of the day." "What are the Norns?" asked Jack. "I have read them about in Morgan's books," said Teddy. "They are known as Sisters of the Fate. They spend their days weaving a great tapestry. Their weaving determines the fate of all who live in land behind the clouds." "So the Norns have his eye," said Jack. "That's who he meant when he said he traded with the Fates?" "It would seem so," said Teddy. "He said we should take his sled to find them." said Annie. "Where's his sled?" "Look," said Kathleen, pointing. "That's there." "Oh, wow," said Annie. Not far away, a strange-looking silver sled glided suddenly from behind a snowbank. The sled looked like a small sailing ship with shiny runners. No one was steering it, and no horse or reindeer were pulling it. From its mast, a white sail dropped in the still air. As the sled slid to a stop, the eerie hull shattered the calm of the windless night. "Wolves!" cried Teddy. "Let's make haste!" Kathleen grabbed his arm. "Do not run," she said. "If we run, they will chase us." "Yes, of course," said Teddy. "They must not see that we are afraid." Another howl shattered the air. "Run!" cried Teddy. They all charged across the snow to the sled and scrambled into it. Jack and Kathleen stood at the front. Annie and Teddy stood at the back. "There they are!" cried Teddy, pointing. "The white wolves of the night." Jack turned and saw two large white wolves dashing across the plain in the moonlight. As the wolves ran towards the sled, the big path scattered snow around them. "Go, go, go!" Jack cried, clutching the front of the sled. But the sled didn't move, and the wolves kept coming. "How can we make it go?" cried Jack. "Use the wind string," said Teddy. Jack pulled the knot string the wizard had given him out of his pocket. "Use it how?" he shouted. "Untie a knot," said Teddy. Jack put on his gloves. His fingers trembled as he tried to untie one of the knots. "This is crazy," he said. "How can untying a knot in the string help us?" But soon he managed to loosen one of the knots. The cold wind began to blow from behind the sled. It ruffled the sail overhead. "Untie another!" shouted Teddy. "Quickly!" Jack quickly untied a second knot. The breeze grew stronger, and the sail faded out a bit more. The sled's shiny runners began sliding across the snow. "Yay!" cried Annie. "It works!" "Yes, but not nearly swiftly enough," said Teddy. They looked back. The two white wolves had almost caught up with them. They were yipping and running behind the sled. Their mouths were open, showing their sharp teeth. Jack quickly untied a third knot. A cold wind blasted the sail. It opened with a snap, and the sled shot forward. "Stand fast!" cried Teddy. Jack, Annie, and Kathleen held tightly to the sides of the sled to keep from falling out. Teddy grabbed the rudder and steered over the snow, away from the ice palace. The wizard's sled zoomed across the frozen ground, leaving the white love in its wake. The yapping noises grew fainter and fainter, until they could be heard no more. The wind kept pushing the silver sled over the ice and snow. The runners made swish, swish noises as they slid over the moonlit plain. The square sail was below in the wind, like the sail of a Viking ship. With the walls far behind, the ride was really fun, but cold. How did you know untying knots would make the wind blow? Jack asked Teddy. This is an ancient magic, said Teddy. I have read about wind streams, but have never seen one. It's good thing you read so much, said Annie. Oh, look, said Catherine. Here's some foxes. Where? Said Annie. There! Catherine pointed to the dark distant plain in the snow. And listen, whistling swans overhead behind a cloud. Wow, said Annie. Jack was amazed by Catherine's power to see and hear so many things. As before, the moonlit landscape seemed completely empty to him. Where are you staring at? Annie asked Teddy. I have no idea, said Teddy, laughing. We're supposed to go to the curve of the bay to find the Norse, said Annie. Then turn left and follow the swans, said Cassie, pointing across the snowy plain. They are flying toward the sea. Teddy served the sled to the left. For a while they bounced up and down over the snow. Then the road was smoother. We are on the sea ice now, said Kathleen. Seas are beneath us in the freezing holes. Perhaps we should stop. Indeed, said Teddy, as they all whizzed along. But how? Try tying a knot, said Annie. Excellent idea, said Teddy. Jack yanked off his gloves. With cold, shaky fingers, he tied a knot in the string. The wind lessened a bit. The sled began to slow down. He tied another. The sled started to drop. Hooray! Said Annie. Jack tied a third knot, and the wind completely died away. The sled glided to a stop. Well done, said Teddy. Thanks, said Jack. He tucked the string back into his pocket and looked around. I wonder if this is where the Norse live. I will ask, said Cassie. Ask who? Said Jack. Cassie climbed out of the sled. She walked over to the sea ice, studying it closely. Then she stopped above a small hole. Cassie knelt down and spoke softly in a silky language. Then she put her ears close to the hole in the ice and listened. A moment later she stood up. The seal told me the curve of the bay lies just beyond Rosy Rock, she said quickly. That is where we will find the Norse. Great, said Annie. Jack, Annie, Teddy, and Kathleen crunched over the frozen sea under the bright moon. They walked through a narrow passage between the sea rocks. When they stepped from the passage, they stopped. There it is, said Teddy. About 50 yards away was a large, snowy wet mound. Smoke was coming from a chimney on top of the mound. Lantern light flicked from a small round window. I know you must bargain for the ice wizards are alone, said Teddy, but I would at least like to take a peek at the Norse. He moved quietly to the window and pointed half. The others joined him. They saw a large fire burning on the hearth. In its rosy glow, three strange creatures were weaving at the big loom. Jack got his breath. Their appearance was shocking. The three sisters of the Fates were skinny as skeletons. They all had straggly hair, long noses, and huge bulging eyes. Their crooked, bony fingers fluttered over a large tapestry. Around the room were other tapestries stacked to the ceiling. They looked like witches in a fairy tale, said Annie. Ah, but they're not witches, said Teddy. Ever close the weave is the history of a life. Wow, said Annie. Well, good luck, said Teddy. Catherine and I will wait out here while you go inside and ask for the wizard's eye. Suddenly, a terrible howl pushed the silence. Yikes, said Annie. There was, said Catherine. Teddy hurried to the door, threw it open. Everyone inside, he said, and the four of them scrambled into the house of the Norse.